If you've ever run ads and thought, this should be working by now, there's a chance the issue isn't with the ad itself. It's usually where it's being shown. Because ads don't exist in a vacuum. A great trailer in the wrong place still flops. A simple graphic in the right place can outperform something you've spent days editing. So, instead of thinking in terms of what ads should I run, it's better to think what format, shown in what environment, to what kind of attention. That's where things start to click. So let's go through the main ones. Book trailers. Book trailers are probably the most misunderstood. People either overproduce them into mini films or they slap something together and expect it to carry the whole campaign. The truth is, it sits in the middle. A good trailer isn't explaining about your book. It's not summarising plot points. It's creating a feeling that belongs to the book. You're basically asking, what does this book feel like in 15 to 30 seconds? Where they actually work best is where people already consuming fast visual content. TikTok, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. Anywhere motion is expected. But there's a catch people miss. Trailers rarely convert to cold traffic straight away unless everything else is aligned. They're so much stronger in a second touch point. Someone had already seen your name or your cover or your hook somewhere else. And then the trailer does the emotional heavy lifting. That's where they start to earn their keep. Static ads are the opposite. And honestly, they're underrated. No movement, no sound, no story arc. Just one strong visual and one line that makes someone pause for half a second longer than they meant to. That half second is their entire job. These work well in feed environments where people are flicking fast. Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, even X, depending on the audience. But the key mistake is always the same. People try to explain too much. You don't need paragraphs on an image. You don't need to pitch the book. You need something like a line that feels slightly incomplete, a statement that raises a question, or a phase that creates tension without resolving it. The rest happens after the click. And these are easy to test in volume, which is why they are useful. You can run 10 variations quickly and very clearly see what actually gets attention versus what just looks nice. And then you have the banner ads. Banner ads are a strange one because they don't feel exciting, but they do a very specific job. They're not meant to convince anyone in the moment. They're just there to keep showing up. You'll find them across websites, blogs, reading platforms, genre spaces, places where people are already doing something and your ad is just part of the background. That's important to understand. Banner ads are not persuasion tools, they're familiarity tools. So the value isn't click now, it's more like, I've seen that book before. Now, where was that? By the time someone actually clicks it, they've already seen it multiple times without realising. That's why they tend to work best as part of a wider system rather than on their own. Then there's the excerpts. This is one I see quite a lot. This is where things start getting interesting for books specifically. Excerpt ads work well because they don't feel like ads. You're not showing someone your book is good. You're just showing them a piece of it and let it speak for itself. A strong paragraph does more than a slogan ever will, but it has to be the right kind of extract, not just something random from chapter 1. You want tension or curiosity or emotional friction, something that feels like it's in motion rather than explanation. These work best anywhere reading behaviour really exists. Facebook feeds are surprisingly strong for this one. It's where I see them more common. So Pinterest style platforms and anything where people are used to stopping to read small chunk of text. The psychology is simple. If they're already reading, you're not interrupting them. You're continuing their experience. That's why excerpt ads are often outperformed more designed ads in book marketing. There's also carousel ads. Carousel ads are probably the closest thing to controlled storytelling inside an ad. Instead of hoping someone absorbs everything in one frame, you're pacing them through it. That might look like hook on a slide 1, character or premise on slide 2, conflict on slide 3, and an emotional question or a call to action on slide 4. You can use them more loosely. Quotes, atmosphere, character fragments, world details. They work best on platforms where swiping is normal behaviour, like Instagram, Facebook are the obvious ones, Pinterest as well. But they're also very popular and do quite well on TikTok. The advantage here is simple. You don't rely on a single bit of attention. You build a sequence. And that tends to work better for anything narrative driven. Let's not forget paid promotions. This is where you step outside traditional ads entirely. Instead of buying attention through an ad platform, you're placing your work inside someone else's audiences. That might be book reviews, TikTok creators in your genre, Instagram pages that already talk to your readers, newsletters and blogs. The important difference is trust. People don't feel like they're being sold to in the same way. They're hearing about something from a source they already follow, and that changes everything. Even if the audience is smaller, the conversion rate is often stronger because you're not building trust from scratch. But, and this matters, placement has to be tight. A mismatch between the audience and genre kills performance faster than anything else. Which brings me to retargeting ads. Retargeting is where everything reconnects. These are the ads shown to people who are already interacting with you in some way. Visited your page, watched a trailer, clicked an ad, or engaged with your content. At that point, you're not introducing anything new, you're just reminding them. And this is where you can reuse everything. Trailers they are already half seen, excerpt ads they've scrolled past, simple graphic reminders, and even different versions of the same hook. The point isn't variety for the sake of it, it's recognition. This includes promoting your book whilst you're still writing it. Talking about completing a new chapter and sharing it does the same thing. It brings your book back into focus. Each new chapter is another opportunity to promote your book. They can read existing free chapters or pay for a subscription to read chapters in advance before it's formatted and printed into full ebooks or paperbacks. But most direct sales don't come from first impressions. They come from the second, third, or fourth time someone thinks, I keep seeing this. I should probably take a look. I'm doing it right now. That QR code in the top of my screen, that's a little ad. After a while, viewers are going to get curious, scan it, and be led to my books. Every video I make, that QR code is quietly promoting my books. So now we just need to pull it all together. The mistake most people make with ads is treating them as formats like it has to do everything. It doesn't. Each one has a role. Trailers create emotion, graphics create interruption, excerpts create proof, carousels create pacing, promotions create trust, and retargeting creates familiarity. Once you start thinking like that, ads stop feeling like a random experiment and start to feel more like a system that you're putting together piece by piece. And that's really the shift in what works and what doesn't. It's not what ads work best, but what combination moves someone from curiosity about your book to deciding to buy it without forcing it. So I hope this video helps. That brings us to the last video of my Selling Direct series. And if you like the videos that I make, click subscribe, follow, all that jazz, and drop a comment below. Why not share a like? So I'll see you in my next video. Bye for now.
Make sure you subscribe.